Welcome everyone, this is Will, KMac Vintage, trying a little bit of a different camera setup today. Raised the actually front camera a bit higher so it looks right in my face. I still need to finish getting my setup good. It's not too good still. I don't like the top view camera. It's just a very simple Logitech camera, but I just don't like how it operates. Front one is the same type of camera. It's an actually front view camera. Same as, um, sorry, front view is identical to the top view one. I do have a higher end camera. I may try that for the actually front view and see, but I think I'm gonna have to get something better for my top view. And then also, um, hopefully this weekend my cargo arrives on the island. I'll probably get it Wednesday, Thursday, if we're lucky. But I am going back up to Florida soon, so I'm not gonna get to enjoy too much of it. So anyway, what this video is for today is I have, as you all know, I have completed the repairs on those 4 logic boards. That was so much fun. It was so challenging. It was so um, satisfaction from working on it and being able to find the issues and fix it and do the actually trace repairs and soldering on off all the chips and so forth. And um, a lot of things on those boards was the first time I've ever done them. So it was very satisfying. It was very um, what word I want to use, rewarding, um, and very challenging, and really kept my mind going, which I value, and I like that a lot. Um, I've got the same person who's gonna send me quite a few more boards that I'm really looking forward to. And then I've got some coming out of Canada. Someone's gonna send me some from there too, some things to fix. I had someone else contact me about a SE30 board and that had a battery bomb on it, and oh boy, the pictures I saw on that was like, oh my God, is this thing even savable? But I think it is. I mean, he did a wonderful job cleaning it. Cleaned it with alcohol, brushing it, and so forth, and vinegar, and also did an ultrasonic cleaning on it. And from what it was to what it is now is an amazing job. Well done. Um, there are some components missing. There are some actually diodes and so forth that have corroded off right by the battery, and I'm sure everyone knows what those that actually restore the boards know exactly what that is. Um, it looks like some chips are also corroded. The actually legs are, so may have to change them or find a donor and so forth. And I do see quite a bit of trace damage and also via damage that will probably have to get fixed. But um, I'm willing to try it. I enjoy the challenge. It's really satisfactory to me. Well, satisfaction to me to be able to find those things and fix them right and nice and neat and get it working again. So I'm willing to do it. I just hope he's willing to do it too. The It could be a bit pricey because I mean, yeah, the my time and labor and so forth, and then all you also have supplies that I use in that, and um, the 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 actually chips and different things that I need to get to and replace on there and so forth. So there is quite a few. There's going to be quite a bit of cost to it, but I still think it is worth it. So, but we'll work something out. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to all these other boards that are going to be coming my actually way soon, and different things that I can try to fix. But what I want to do this video today is I have put aside the actually Duo that I was working on, and I guess now I can come back to it since I have finished those boards there. So uh, let me pull up one of the pieces. If we recall, this is the main part of the Duo where you have the board. You got some VRAM here. You got some VRAM on the board. Uh, you've got you've got a floating point processor. You've got the actually eject motor SCSI. The SCSI is on here too, and floppy. Because on the other side, it goes to this. So for now, I have, this is not the original floppy that was in here. The original one was a different one, and I want to put in the actual original. This is the original because it had the housing on it. It had the plastic housing on it, and a little bit of rust. Yeah, so I'll have to put this one in here. I gotta change the housing though. Do I? Yeah. So let's go change that out. So luckily this pops out pretty easy. This is the drive that I bought for my CI machine because it came without one, but it came with this housing, and this housing is for the LCs. It won't work in the CI. So I have a new housing that's on the way to actually Florida that I can use the floppy. So for now then, let's just move that aside. Right now, all we're gonna do is just change this plastic house, change this metal housing over to the other floppy. And put it back in there. And it did have an actually hard drive in there, but the actually hard drive is dead. So I'm gonna put in a blue actually SCSI. This is what I need. Yeah, see this drive I haven't serviced yet. So I have a blue SCSI in there. It does have a OS on it, but technically I don't think I need an OS because when you plug in the Duo, it's still booting off of the hard drive of the Duo, well, of the laptop, and this drive is just a secondary. I think, I don't know, I'll have to read up on it to see if you can bypass the internal hard drive of the laptop and then boot up with the some people say they don't like this plastic housing. I've watched some videos and people don't like them, and they say they just do nothing but actually capture and attract dust. And yes, I can see that happening, but in one way, I think it also protects it a bit better. So it's really to each their own. I mean, it is what it is. It's an old vintage computer. So let's put those in. Now that's on there. So I need to find out if the Duo needs an OS on it or not. Right now, it does. It does have, I think, 755 on there. So there's some nice new software out in beta for the Blue SCSI. I need to try some of that out and really making it nice so you can transfer stuff back and forth. You can, with the software, you can put it, you can just throw that SD card in your Mac, in your current era age Mac or PC, and copy the file into a shared folder, and then stick that card back into your Blue SCSI and boot up your vintage Mac. And then you can then import the file right into your image. So that's some pretty wicked stuff that they're doing with it. Very nice. So recently too, I did buy some more Blue SCSI's internal units, and I did make an updated video of me putting them together. I bought 6. I have assembled 5 of them. And I left one not assembled because I want to do that under my new microscoping camera when it comes. So this one here was one of the first ones that I bought, and I did a stupid thing when I had it plugged into my Mac Plus that had in it a SCSI card. Had a SCSI modified. Well, no, it was the 512, which was converted to an actually 512KE, and it has the add-on card on top, and then gives you a SCSI port external. So I plugged this into it, but that port does not give you power, so I had to give it actually USB power. And when I went to move the machine, I forgot that was plugged in, and I ripped off the actually USB port on the actually blue pill. But anyway, so I can't really update. I can still update it because I have the programmer to attach here. But then future updates then I can't do because I don't have a USB port on it. So I'll have to buy just a blue pill, or just leave it with this version. In here it's going to be hidden. It's going to be hard to get to. So I don't know how it's going to work, but I'll leave it in here and with that, and I mean, I'm not going to bother with this one. What I do want to try to do is I want to test them with, I want to get those extenders for the micro SD card, that then I can stick it to the side of the machine somewhere and I can still get to the card. Anyway, let's keep on putting this back together. Now we put this here. Yeah, this goes in like this. There we go. So like I said, this here can take this Duo can take 2 Nubis cards down here also. And then they extend out the back. This is the back of the device. So we have the 2 Nubis. Okay, and then we have a look at ADB, video, your serial, your printer. That looks like a SCSI. I need to clean that out, your audio, and this one has the modem also. There's a modem add-on. So anyway, so this is how the bottom of this looks, and you got your SCSI then and your floppy down here. You got a speaker up here in front. Okay, so let me put this aside. And then we have the bottom part of the case, and this, I have glued that back on. If you watched the previous video, that ripped off. The power supply has been recapped, riveted again, and it works, and it's closed off. I cleaned up some of this rust that was in here and so forth. So let's take this unit, and it goes back together fairly simple. There's not much actually screws. So this just slides back. This just goes back in here. That, and I got my power here. My power goes here, and then you just push that back, and it locks in. There are 2 screws here, here, and here. They're in there. They are spring actually loaded. And I can't remember. Let's see. I feel like it's not tightening. It might be a different head. Huh, look at that. damn thing is a flat and tiny too. I think that would. Uh-huh. Look at that, a flathead. Since when did Apple use flatheads? There we go. Okay, so now that is secure. The eject button is over here on this side. There you go. There's an eject button here. All right, now this is the front cover, the inside of it. I did not do any retrobrighting or anything or cleaning with this yet. So. Really don't know how. Yeah, it goes in like that. That and locks down. Okay, so if we look at this, here's the floppy on the side there. So the SD card should be somewhere right up here. The actually blue SSCSI should be somewhere up here. So you see, if I can come out somewhere and just have a SD card, micro SD card here there. That's a manual eject, a key lock, but I don't have the key for it. But anyway, and let's see what this says on the bottom here. Macintosh DuoDock. Apple Computer Inc. Model M7779. So that's basically it. 100 to 240 volts, 4.2 amps. The Canadian regulation things. Okay, so now that we have this, shall we give it a test and see? I need to clean that mark up here. This one doesn't have the door, but it's got the Apple logo. There's a DuoDock up here. So if I get my power, where's my power? Here you are. So there's already power going to it. Keyboard connected. See if I can put the external monitor here. Ports all the way in here. Don't know if that's going to be the right settings. And let's change this camera view a little bit. Bear with me for a moment here. Some cable. My messy desk, I'm sorry. So now, when we slide this in, it should pick it up. There's no on switch on this, is there? Oh yeah, there is. Where was it? Okay. Yeah. See, I pulled it in. Powering up. There we go. But you see, I may not have it on the right video. Well, yeah, it is on the right video setting. Let's see if I can give you all that. Let me, but then it's going to be upside down. There's the video coming up. Extensions are off. Sorry, this camera is far away from it, but you get to see the rest of my mess. If it looks strange where I'm at and that there's a window there, it's because this room that I'm in used to be the outside patio porch. And years ago, I actually enclosed it completely now with a roof and window and other windows and AC and everything. So, but I never did anything with the original window of the house. That used to be the outside wall and the outside door, but now it's been enclosed. So there we are with the Duo. Now that's running. That looks like it booted off of the Blue SCSI. Yeah, that booted from the Blue SCSI. Oh, I still got a problem with this Duo, with this laptop. One of the keys is stuck. So that's why I think it's the shift because everything I click on, it is multi-selecting. You see? It's hard to see because of how the monitor is. Let me see if I can turn that a little bit. Yeah, it's a little bit off. You know, I do have another Logitech camera. Yeah, I do have another camera. I may end up putting that looking in the monitor. That way I can have another. But yeah, so it is booting off of the Blue SCSI. It looks like it. See anything there. So, and then now if I was to, can I get this back to looking down without, okay. So now if I was to push on this, you'd eject that laptop. There it is. See, so laptop goes in. Almost in all the way, and then it locks and it pushes it in. It's not powering up because I need to push the button on the keyboard. Oh, let me turn this back around again. Okay, so this is the keyboard I'm using. Coming on. Back to the monitor. There it is coming on. It's gray. Yep. That's the hard drive of the Duo spinning. Not of the. works. Yeah, still can't. Yeah, now it is. So anyway, the Duo seems good. I need to get this thing better set up. I don't like my setup. Do not like my video setup. Okay. Let's eject this laptop out. Come out. I'm gonna move the Duo unit out of the way. This works. And now this is the original laptop that was in there. Surprisingly, it's in pretty good shape because these laptops are so delicate with their not sure if this is the power supply that works. The one somewhere around here. One of these works, one of them doesn't. All right, this is the video camera cable, so really not too much I can do about it being in the way. If I can do that, yeah, that's in the air now a little bit. Okay, let's see where my power is on this. I don't think this is the one that works, but we'll find out in a minute. Yeah, that one works. Here we are starting up. PowerBook Duo 230. There we go. Extensions are off, so every time it's booting up off of this. Okay, so there we are. We have a screen. And here it does say the Duo 230. You see, and I need to find out. This thing still has stuff on it. Yeah, I haven't even messed around too much with the laptop. So system folder, telecom applications. That's blank. Utilities. Norton Tech Tool. Rebuild desktop, zap RAM. No, I don't want to do either one of those. But that's only two things you can do. Wait, looks like a lot of telecommunication stuff. Telecom. That looks like everything. So anyway, but there is something. There is a key stuck somewhere. Yeah, you see, one of the shifts. It's not because of caps lock. So I'll have to do a little bit of testing with the keys and see. So one is stuck. See, it's coming on off, so I need to take it off and see. I don't like opening these older laptops too much because the plastic is so brittle and breaks so easy. I can't tell you how many of these I have sitting here in parts. So, but we can see what's happening. So that's something I'll have to work on and fix. So the only problem is I don't know which one is causing it. Let's take a look at something. This is just air. Oh, closed. And to show you all what I'm doing here. And the keycap is still thinking it's pressed. That is bad. So yeah, I'll have to look at that with the microscope and that, and pop off the other one too and see. Very careful with these keys. Still doing it. Still doing it. But not as bad. Not as bad. It's not as bad as I'll have to do some contact cleaner in there and see. Maybe that will help. But for that, I gotta shut down. I don't want power to this. So let's turn this off. Special shutdown. Power's unplugged. Before I do that, I do want to, sorry, this is going to be off camera here. I'm going to put this under the microscope and take a look and see what's in there. I need to see how this mechanism works. Find my plastic plunger. I don't want to use metal. It looks like there's some spillage because by another key, by a different key, here, down here, by these keys, I can see some spillage of some liquid. So let me see, maybe. These keys come out pretty easy, no major. But I do need to hold the board down. Alright, it's not that bad. But I notice that this comes up, this membrane, and then there's some circuitry down there. Interesting, multi-layers that then touch each other. Multi-layers that then seem to touch each other. As you want to check the one of the shift key. That's that side. Let's take a look at the other side. Over here. Now I got my light out of the way. There we go. Here too, let me pop off these two keys. Keep it right and right, left and left. Just like there are two different layers to this keyboard overlay. So before we use contact cleaner, because I don't think there's anything in there of contact related, I'm gonna give this a shot again. Power. And turn on. We have volume. We have tone. Booting up. Let me see if I can turn this camera. I need to be able to type on this. Ah. What a day, what a Friday. Today is Friday. Today is October 7th that I'm recording this. And it's just before the weekend. All right, let's see if that solves my key map, keycaps. Okay, okay, now I guess it's time. That won't go in there. I'm gonna use plastic. If I separate the two layers. No, see, that's nothing. It's not that side. I have not done my homework. I have not read and see how these work. But when I see two plastic layers of circuitry, like I see this, I'm thinking one has to contact the other, or no, that still hasn't stopped. No, I'm still getting the same thing. So it is deeper. It's not surface. It's not up here on top. So yes, it might be inside there. I don't have something. I want to try. I want to see something here. I want to take a Q-tip, cut off, if you need something that's not going to conduct electricity, cut off the head. Now I can stick it in here. And I want to see if that lights up. So it is the... It's a combination of the... Because just pushing in doesn't get it, but as soon as I push down and the two things make contact, watch. See? Oh no, I don't even have to push down in there. Okay, yeah, it's up here. It is the keyboard layer. So I may have to take off all these keys, take off this rubber membrane, and then take off one of the layers and see there's something pushing against it that it's making contact. See there, that side is not making contact now. Shouldn't be for the shift button. No, I don't have the second layer. See, something is still making contact. And it might not even be here. It might be somewhere else that something is pushing down on it. See, some of the keys are not even registering. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to, that's gonna be a little bit of a task for me to take this apart. I'm gonna have to pop off all these keys slowly and cautiously, take off the rubber membrane, take off the one layer, clean them good, and see something is making that contact. So the keys are registering, it's just the shift. It keeps on selecting the shift. So anyway, y'all will know what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna end up doing that. I'm gonna pop off these keys and then take off the two membranes. I may come back with a video a bit later to continue doing some work on this. Used to be a way I could pause this. And there goes my camera falling down. Yeah, I told you I don't like the setup I have. I need to do some changes to some things. So somehow this drive got renamed. Okay, so I'll have to, now I gotta go figure out how to fix my camera here a little bit better. So anyway, let me end this one here because I'm having some technical difficulties, and I'll get back to this keyboard and that. Okay, thank you, y'all. Bye bye.